Aging is a natural part of life, bringing with it invaluable wisdom, rich experiences, and countless stories worth sharing. However, alongside these gifts, subtle habits can emerge, often unnoticed, that may slowly create distance between us and the people we care about most. These habits don't develop overnight, nor are they always intentional. They often arise from years of routine, changes in lifestyle, or the gradual shifts in physical and emotional well-being that come with growing older. One of the most challenging aspects of aging is realizing how our actions and attitudes may affect our relationships. Sometimes, negativity creeps into our conversations, making interactions feel heavier. Other times, we may withdraw, resisting new technologies or avoiding social engagements simply because they feel unfamiliar or unnecessary. Little by little, these small behaviors accumulate, making it harder to stay connected with family and friends. However, the good news is that change is always possible. Recognizing these habits is the first step toward transformation. By making conscious efforts, whether it's choosing gratitude over complaints, embracing new ways to communicate, or simply allowing ourselves to accept help from others, we can strengthen our bonds with those around us. Aging should not mean isolation or disconnection. Instead, it can be a time of renewed relationships, deepened connections, and personal growth. By staying open to self-reflection and small but meaningful changes, we can continue to cultivate love, joy, and togetherness in our later years. Life's journey doesn't end with age. It simply shifts, offering new opportunities to connect, engage, and find happiness in both familiar and unexpected places. As we age, it's natural to reflect on life, both the good and the bad. However, without realizing it, we may fall into the habit of focusing too much on the negatives. Complaints about aches and pains, the way the world is changing, or how things used to be better in the past can slowly creep into our conversations. While these feelings are valid, constantly voicing them can have unintended consequences, pushing people away rather than drawing them closer. Negativity, even when spoken casually, carries energy. A sigh about the weather, a remark about how things aren't what they used to be, or frustration about everyday inconveniences can accumulate over time. When our words consistently lean toward complaint, interactions with others may start to feel heavy or draining. Friends and family may begin to distance themselves, not because they don't care, but because they associate time spent with us with feelings of discouragement rather than warmth and connection. The good news is that we have the power to change this pattern. A simple shift in mindset, one that leans toward gratitude rather than dissatisfaction, can transform not only our conversations, but also our relationships. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, we can choose to highlight what's right. A beautiful sunset, a kind gesture from a stranger, or even a cherished memory can become a point of conversation that brings light rather than weight. This doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about balance, acknowledging difficulties, while also recognizing and appreciating moments of joy. When we intentionally focus on gratitude, we create an atmosphere of positivity that others are naturally drawn to. In turn, our interactions become more meaningful, and our connections grow stronger. By making this shift, we invite warmth, engagement, and deeper relationships into our lives, ensuring that aging is not just about growing older, but about growing closer to those who matter most. As we age, it's easy to let certain habits slip, especially when it comes to personal grooming and appearance. Maybe we stop styling our hair, trade jeans for sweatpants, or decide that dressing up is no longer worth the effort. Over time, these small changes can send a silent message, not just to others, but to ourselves, that we don't matter as much as we once did. Self-care isn't about vanity, it's about self-respect. How we present ourselves often reflects how we feel inside. When we take time to dress in clothes we enjoy, brush our hair, or wear a favorite accessory, it's not just about looking good. It's about maintaining a sense of identity and self-worth. Even if we're just staying at home, these small acts can lift our spirits, boost confidence, and positively influence our mindset. Neglecting self-care can also impact social interactions. When we stop caring for ourselves, we may start withdrawing from others, avoiding gatherings or visits, because we don't feel like we're at our best. On the other hand, when we take pride in our appearance, Even in small ways, people respond. They engage more, smile more, and treat us with the same respect and warmth we show ourselves. Aging doesn't mean fading into the background. It's a new stage of life, and we deserve to feel seen, valued, and vibrant. Taking care of ourselves is a daily reminder that we still matter, and that our presence in the world is just as important as ever. In today's fast-paced digital world, technology is constantly evolving, and for many seniors, it can feel overwhelming or even unnecessary. The idea of learning how to text, join video calls, or use social media may seem frustrating, leading to thoughts like, "I don't need all that nonsense," or, "If they want to talk to me, they can call." While this resistance is understandable, it can also come at a quiet but significant cost: social isolation. The reality is that younger generations communicate differently. Family updates, invitations, and even birthday greetings often take place in group chats, video calls, or online platforms. Without engaging in these digital spaces, seniors may unintentionally find themselves left out of conversations, missing out on important moments with loved ones. What starts as a simple preference for traditional communication can slowly turn into a growing disconnect from family and friends. However, staying connected doesn't require mastering every piece of technology. A small effort, learning how to send a text, joining a video call, or using an app to share photos, can make a huge difference. Grandchildren and younger relatives are often happy to teach and share their digital world. By being open to learning, seniors not only strengthen their relationships, but also show a willingness to stay involved in their loved ones' lives. Technology is not just about convenience, it's about connection. Whether it's a video call with a faraway grandchild, a shared photo album, or a quick message to check in, these small interactions help bridge the generational gap. Adapting to new ways of communication is not about keeping up with trends. It's about staying close to the people who matter most. Making an effort, even in small ways, can lead to deeper relationships and a greater sense of inclusion in family life. Over the years, we collect countless items, photographs, souvenirs, letters, clothes, and keepsakes that hold sentimental value. Each item carries a memory, a story, a moment from the past that we want to preserve. However, without realizing it, these possessions can begin to accumulate, filling up our homes and creating an overwhelming sense of clutter. What once felt like cherished reminders of the past can slowly start to feel like heavy burdens, both physically and emotionally. A cluttered home doesn't just take up space, it can make daily life more difficult. Searching for important items becomes frustrating, cleaning becomes a bigger task, and navigating through crowded spaces can even become a safety concern. More than that, clutter can subtly affect our emotional well-being. A home that feels disorganized or chaotic can create a sense of stress, making it harder to truly relax and enjoy the space we live in. Letting go of unnecessary belongings doesn't mean letting go of the memories attached to them. It simply means choosing to keep only the things that truly bring joy and purpose to our present life. Decluttering creates a sense of openness, lightness, and peace, making our living space more welcoming, not just for ourselves, but for the people we love. A home should be a sanctuary, a place where we feel comfortable and at ease, not a storage unit filled with things we no longer need. The process doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start small, one drawer, one box, one closet at a time. Donate what no longer serves you. Pass down meaningful items to family members, and keep only what continues to bring happiness. By creating a space that reflects who we are today rather than just who we were in the past, we open the door to more clarity, joy, and connection in our daily lives. Embracing simplicity allows us to focus on what truly matters: the people, experiences, and moments that bring us the most fulfillment. Conversation is one of the most powerful ways we connect with others, sharing stories, wisdom, and emotions. However, as we age, we may unintentionally fall into the habit of talking more than we listen. It often starts with good intentions, a memory sparked by something someone said, a lesson we want to pass down, or a funny story we think will brighten the moment. But over time, if we dominate conversations, the people around us may start to feel unheard or even invisible. Listening is just as important as speaking, if not more. When we truly listen, without interrupting, Without immediately steering the conversation back to our own experiences, we show others that we value them. A well-placed question, a thoughtful pause, or simply allowing someone else to fully express their thoughts can make all the difference. It turns a conversation into a shared experience rather than the one-sided monologue. Many younger people, especially family members, may not always voice their thoughts if they feel they won't be heard. By practicing active listening, we create a space where they feel safe to share their ideas, struggles, and dreams. This strengthens relationships, deepens connections, and allows for more meaningful interactions. Next time you are in a conversation, try holding back your story for just a moment longer. Ask an extra question. Let a pause invite the other person to speak. True connection is built not just on the words we share, but on the space we create for others to be seen and heard. Independence is something we take pride in, especially as we grow older. After a lifetime of taking care of others, raising children, managing households, and handling responsibilities, it can be difficult to accept help. The instinct to say, "I've got it," even when something is challenging, is strong. But what if always refusing help is unintentionally creating distance between us and the people who care about us? Loved ones offer help not because they think we're incapable, but because they want to show care. When we always say no, we don't just carry the burden alone, we also deny others the joy of supporting us. Helping someone is an expression of love. Just as we once took care of others, allowing them to do the same strengthens bonds and fosters deeper connections. Accepting help doesn't mean giving up independence. It means recognizing that relationships are built on mutual support. Letting someone carry a heavy bag, assist with a task, or offer guidance is not a sign of weakness. It's an invitation for closeness. When we allow others to help, we make them feel needed and valued, just as we want to feel. Next time someone offers assistance, pause before instinctively saying no. Consider saying, "Actually, I'd appreciate that." You might be surprised at the warmth and connection that follow. Accepting help isn't about losing control. It's about embracing love and allowing others to be part of our journey. Aging is an inevitable part of life, but how we experience it is within our control. This video serves as a reminder that small, unnoticed habits can shape our later years in ways we may not realize. By becoming more self-aware and making small, intentional changes, we can enhance our sense of joy, connection, and fulfillment as we grow older. Rather than allowing negative speech, social withdrawal, or resistance to change to distance us from others, we have the power to shift our mindset. Choosing gratitude over complaints, self-care over neglect, and openness over isolation can make a profound difference. Simple actions, like embracing new technology, listening more actively, or accepting help from loved ones, can lead to stronger relationships and a deeper sense of belonging. Aging with grace isn't about avoiding change. It's about adapting in a way that keeps us engaged with life and the people around us. When we become aware of the habits that may be holding us back, we open the door to a more fulfilling and connected future. This journey is not about giving up independence or ignoring life's challenges, but about making choices that allow us to continue growing, thriving, and strengthening the bonds that matter most. By reflecting on these ideas and making small adjustments, we can ensure that aging is not just about getting older, but about continuing to live with purpose, love, and connection.